Hey y'all. So I'm probably actually gonna release a shirt that says Gooftivity, man. But listen, excuses. Today I'm here to talk about excuses. I know a lot of you guys give excuses to yourself. Nobody believes them, not even your fucking self. But you still say it because it makes you feel better, it makes you sleep better at night. Like, yeah, man, I ain't have enough time. Goofiest excuse. Anyone that says that shit, I don't respect them. All right, straight up. Right. So the thing is, I've been on calls with thousands and thousands of people. I've talked to thousands of people through DMs. You know, I obviously talk to a lot of people on lives and stuff like that over the years. I did in-person training over the years. What it comes down to, man, is I know you guys hate this saying, but it's literally this simple. You make excuses or you make progress. And that's what I always go back to when when I find myself maybe complaining. I'm like, yo, I need to shift my mindset from negative to positive, because what the fuck am I saying, right? Like, when I'm having those moments where I'm like, man, this ain't fair. Why I gotta do this? Why I gotta do that? Man, I don't feel like eating this. I just do the shit anyways, right? Because you complain or you remain the same. We know that if you complain, you remain the same every single time. All right, that's what's gonna happen. Because what does complaining fix? Nothing. It doesn't fix anything. It doesn't change anything, right? But if you do what you need to do, you are putting your future self in the best position to get to where you want to get to. So a lot of you guys need to stop making fucking excuses, because most of your excuses aren't even valid. It's like, yeah, man, I ain't have time. Man, I kind of felt like, my wife was like, her family was in town, so they gave me like this, this burger, and then had fries with it. And I didn't want to be mean to the grandma, bro. If you had a heart attack because of grandma, right? If that was like the last amount of fries you could have because your cholesterol was high as shit, how would you feel, bro? Like, this shit is serious, bro. Y'all don't take this shit seriously. You could really, you really can have type 2 diabetes, right? You can really get your leg cut off, or your you feel me, your feet cut off. You feel me? Like, this shit is real. Like, you guys just don't take this shit seriously enough. I see, every time I go to the park, I see old folks in good shape because they walk in every day, right? They're watching what they eat. They take their health very seriously. When you take your health seriously, you're going to look like you take it seriously. That's why, when I always talk about body game, that's why people respect people who are on body game, because they know they take their health seriously. If you're not lean, if you're not in shape, that's just a representation of your habits. It's not genetic. It's not like, oh, you got dealt a bad hand. No, right? That's why chicks pay more attention to dudes who are in shape, because that nigga got ambition. That dude's doing what he needs to do. That's why dudes are like, oh yeah, he inspires me, he's lean, because that dude is showing up when he doesn't feel like it. Stop making fucking excuses, yo. When I go to the park, guys, there's a blind guy that walks there every day, right? Everyone watching this has eyesight, right? And yet they decide not to show up. Like, they just make excuses. There's a blind guy walking in the park, yo. Just walking in the park with a stick. Every single time I go to the park. There's some dude with scoliosis running, getting leaner, getting leaner. I seen that dude for a while. That dude's been getting leaner and leaner and leaner, right? So what's your excuse, bro? You really don't have one, all right? All those bullshit excuses and stuff like that, I don't listen to this shit, right? I'm immune to excuses. Usually when I see someone making excuses, I know that's just lack of belief in themselves, but they can't convince me of their excuses because it's too dumb. It's just like, the main excuses I see is, yeah, I don't have time. Stupidest fucking excuse. Yeah, I don't have money to invest in. Stupidest excuse, right? Generally, people who say they don't have money to invest in like a gym membership, they usually spend a fuckload of money eating out, or on video games, or on some goofy shit like some Jordan shoes or some shit like that. Like, I've seen a lot of people that's like, yeah, man, gym membership's like 30 a month, bro. And like, I don't know if I can do it. And they're buying the new Jordans. I'm like, bro, you're like 30 buying new Jordans. What the fuck is going on, right? Or they got a new Hellcat to impress a girl who doesn't even like them. Shit like that, man. Like, wherever your priorities are, you're going to see results. So that's why I say taking your fitness seriously is going to make you prioritize it. What happens when you prioritize something? You put it first. What happens when you put something first? You're willing to invest in that first. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're going to invest your time specifically. Like, time is the most expensive thing you can invest. So if you're constantly watching some Jeff Logan, some Chris Jones, Jim Rohn, like positive shit, right? Then you're going to start to see the results that you're looking for, because guess what? That's where you're investing your most valuable asset, which is time. I know a lot of you guys think it's just money. Like, you're like, yeah, let me invest money. It's really time. All right, wherever you put your time is where you're going to get results. And speaking of time, a lot of you guys don't put in enough time into this journey before you give the fuck up. Like, if you're 35 years old and you've always been chubby your whole life, that means 35 years of bad habits, right? And after 2 weeks of not getting, after 2 weeks of not getting to your end goal, which is literally impossible, you can't get to your end goal in 2 weeks. But after 2 weeks of trying, you give up and you're like, man, this ain't fair. I've always been chubby. That's your mind self-sabotaging, right? That's you being fucking patient. It took you a long time to get fat as shit. Your habits were built over time. You have to give yourself time to get lean as well, all right? It's that simple. Stop making fucking excuses, bro. Nobody believes that shit. If you tell your mom your excuses, she doesn't fucking believe you either. They just know you're bullshitting, bro. If you move with that intention, you're not reaching your goals. You have to be, listen, when you're going towards your goals, indecisiveness is not going to work. That's not going to get you results. Number one. Number two, excuses not going to get you results. Like, there's really, like, excuses is literally the biggest waste of energy of all time. Complaining and excuses is a big waste of energy. It doesn't get results. It just doesn't. It's literally just wasting time. Worrying doesn't get results. It's just focusing on the results that you don't want, right? The outcome that you don't want. That's what worrying is. If you worry and you doubt yourself, that means you have more faith in, you know, the outcome that you don't desire than you do in the outcome you do desire. And that's the issue. All right, so lock in, man.